Hello, everyone, and welcome to AdvancePro University. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the top 3 features that are all brand new in AdvancePro 11.8. So first, we've made huge expansions to email templates. Secondly, the ability to directly invoice backordered items. And finally, our new conditions feature using advanced units of measure. So we will be taking any questions at the end. So if you do have a question during the presentation, go ahead and put it into the questions tab of your GoToWebinar control panel, and we'll be answering that right at the end of the presentation. And if you'd like to learn more about AdvancePro, you can find all of our previous APTU presentations on advanceprotech.com under the Resources tab or on our YouTube channel. So let's actually jump into AdvancePro. You will be able to come back to this URL at any point if you want to take a look at the full features of AdvancePro 11.8, but we're going to jump straight into the software. So I've jumped into AdvancePro, and the first thing that we're going to be looking at today is the new email templates. So this is a feature that was available before just for purchase orders, sales orders, and purchase order approval emails, but now you can actually create email templates for any email you can send from AdvancePro. So if we come into admin, we'll come to site settings, and we'll go to email settings. You'll see before we had tabs for each of the templates. Now we just choose the template type. So for example, a customer purchase order. And we can set in a blind carbon copy email for any customer purchase orders or emails of the types that we're dealing with. We can go ahead and put in the subject. We can put in the message, and we can also call tokens. So if we hover over here, you'll see a list of tokens. All you have to do is put in the information between the brackets, and it will pull that information from the order that you're working with. So for example, the PO_NO token, that's going to allow you to go ahead and call the PO number for the order that you're sending. So we can have a subject line that says your purchase order is attached, number, and then we enter that PO_NO token, and it'll pull that number from the order that we're dealing with. This is a very, very powerful tool for automating your business interactions, so that way you can very, very quickly send your emails off. So the next thing we're going to be diving into is the ability to directly invoice a back-ordered item. So we're actually going to place an order. We're going to place a back order for another item, and then we'll receive that back order, and we'll come back into our sales order, and we'll do a direct invoice. So previously, this invoice only checkbox is only available as you were first filling out an order, and then if you had back ordered it, you would have to take it through the shipping stages. We're going to go ahead and add an item to our order. We're going to save. We're going to place the order, and as we process the order, instead of filling from stock, we're going to make a back order. So there it goes. We're going to go ahead and process that order. And it's just warning me here that I can fill it. I'm going to say no, I don't need to. And it's going to make a back order for us. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to open up that vendor order. And I'm actually just going to direct bill this so that we receive it instantly for the sake of brevity. But we could go ahead and process this vendor order and then receive it. So now we've received the goods. They're in our warehouse. We can come back to our customer order by View All Customer Orders, and we'll go onto our Process tab. We'll see that we've got stock from a previous back order. So now we can open up that order, jump over to Order Details tab, and that Invoice Only option is available to us again. So now we can Invoice Only and skip our shipping capabilities. So this way we're just going to directly remove that stock and send it on to the customer and produce an invoice. So here we're going to go ahead and place that order. We'll take this item out of stock, and this is just a selector that's available if you're using multiple warehouses. We'll go ahead and submit that item, and we're going to continue without serial numbers. There we go. So now that's actually been shipped off to the customer immediately rather than going through the picking, packing, and shipping stages. So that is our second feature that we're covering today, the ability to back order and then direct invoice the items that have been back ordered. So finally, we're going to be talking about our biggest new feature, and this is the ability to track state or track condition using our advanced units of measure. So let's talk about how this can be configured. The first thing that you're going to need to do is set up product unit management to have some labels for you. So this is just a list of labels about what an each is. And you'll see that I've gone and created one for a new each and then one for a used each. And you can go ahead and create anything you like. You can have new, used, or mint condition, non-mint condition. You can go ahead and set up however many conditions that you want. I'm just going to use new and used for today. And then we'll go to an item that we're setting up. So this can be set up as you're configuring a new item. I have an item that I set up previously. We've got a Blu-ray player. So we'll go ahead and open up that Blu-ray player. And as we're setting up the vendors, we'll see there's a specify advanced units of measure option. So this is where our conditions live. And here you can see we've set up one with the each. We just choose our type. So let's say it's a new. We set the cost and the selling price accordingly in these fields, and we put the unit breakdown. So what's changed here from our previous units of measure is now we're able to have several units of measure of the same size, including a unit of measure of 1. So we can go ahead and have several. You can see each of these units of measure have a unit breakdown of 1. So this is one new unit. This is one used unit. Okay. And as we add each of these, we'll actually have the option to create a SKU suffix. So here we have one SKU suffix is Blu-ray N for new, and the other is a Blu-ray U for used. And we can also associate those for different vendors so that we can manage from here if we buy new from one vendor and used from another vendor. Okay. So once we've configured this advanced units of measure for our conditions in this way, we can go ahead and order from our vendor. I'll go ahead and place a vendor order with the relevant vendor for that product. And the way to add these items, and if you're interested in learning more about our advanced units of measure, go ahead and take a look on our YouTube channel. We do have other videos on the topic, but we're going to go ahead and grab our Blu-ray player and we'll just run a search. And then what you're going to do to take a look at the various units of measure that are available to you, or in this case conditions, is you're going to click on that green plus button. And we'll see we get our drop down here of our different conditions. So here we can order, for example, 5 of each, 5 new and 5 used. Go ahead and add that in. And at this point, we can go ahead and save. And we'll place the order. So you'll see we have different costs set up for these. And now we can go ahead and receive. And we can confirm that we're receiving the quantities for each of these items that we expected as far as the number of used and the number of new items. We'll go ahead and open our order up. There it is. We've got our 5 new and our 5 used. I'm just going to go ahead and receive all. Now we can also associate serial numbers to these items as we're receiving them. And as we do transfers from one unit of measure to another, or one condition to another, we can actually transfer those serial numbers along with them. So we'll go ahead and receive. Oh, and we'll just put in a bill or reference number. There we go. And we're not going to be breaking down the units. We don't need to worry about that. So we've received these items in their units of measure. If we want to take a look at those, we can come to Manage Inventory. We'll go ahead and look up our Blu-ray player. And we can check off this checkbox if we're using it, Display Advanced Units of Measure. If we check that off, we're actually going to be able to search and see a breakdown of the various units inside of that. Okay, so that's one option. So we can go and take a look at the stock levels for each of those units of measure. You do have to have a warehouse selected, and you'll also see this new column for unit. Okay, so here we're inside of our warehouse. We can see we've got 30 total, we've got 25 new, and we've got 5 used, and we've got our unit. So if we need to make adjustments, we can combine them. And we'll see there's this unit of measure icon. We can go ahead and double click that. And this is where we can convert between the various units of measure. Okay, so that's our just general tour of these 3 new features in AdvancePro. If you have any questions at all, feel free to go ahead and put a question in the questions tab on your GoToWebinar control panel. And again, if you want to take a look at the full release notes, that's available on advanceprotech.com/apt-v11-8. Okay. Thank you all for watching. If there's any questions, we'll just hold for just a moment. Otherwise, we'll wish you all a Happy New Year. Okay, thank you all for watching.